Good morning and welcome to the 18966 real estate report for Upper Southampton, Southampton, Holland, and Churchville. Did you know your house is worth 25% more than you thought? We're going to get into that and more information. But first, I wanted to say hello and let you know that my name is Tom Harkins and I'm a local realtor. I have over 15 years experience in the 18966 market, Southampton, Upper Southampton, Lower Southampton. Um, and I've been buying and selling homes in the local area, like I said, for about 15 years. I try to keep these videos short, 3 to 5 minutes, so that you can get as much information in it, out of it as possible. And if you want to have a more in-depth conversation, please feel free to reach out. It's January 2022, and I thought it would be a good time to take a look back in the last year and even the last 5 years to see how COVID has affected our local market and what are the trends going forward. To do that, we're going to look at three data points, which I think are most important. Inventory, which is the total number of homes sold in an area over a certain period of time. Sales volume, which is the total dollar amount or average dollar amounts of the homes selling, and the average sale price. So, getting into inventory, ever since I've started in the real estate market, there have been two words that have dominated the conversation about inventory, and that's been historically low. Except for maybe the very, very beginning when I first got involved in real estate, there has been the small, never enough housing on the market, and that has created an upward pressure on pricing, which has been great for sellers and always an issue for buyers. So as the national economy recently had continued to expand, um, the upward pressure on prices continued. Um, I think in 2021, particularly late in the sales season, say towards the end of last summer, I did start to see what I thought was more and more homes, a growth in inventory, because the prices had just gotten so high that it was now too tempting for a lot of potential sellers to sit on the sidelines. So we're now sort of in that Christmas, New Year's sort of slow season. But I definitely think going forward that we're going to see a higher volume of homes on the market. As for sales volume, um, we're going to take a look at 18966 over the last 5 years, and I'm going to try to post a chart here. Um, and I think the most interesting fact you're going to take from that, from this chart, is looking from 2017 to 2021. We sold about 472 houses in 2017 in this area. By 2021, that had grown to 539. And in the COVID years, 2019, 2020, well, 2020 is the last or the first COVID year, 2019, the last year pre-COVID, there was actually growth in the market between 2019 and 2020, going from 456 homes sold to 459. Not a lot, and probably the fewest, number of homes sold growth in years, but it still grew, and that's saying a lot. Admitting that the governor of Pennsylvania actually shut down the real estate market for months, and Pennsylvania was the only state to shut down the real estate market during the beginning of the COVID lockdowns. So that shows a lot of strength in this real estate market. Um, Now let's talk about what I think most of you will find most interesting, which is average sales price. Um, all these numbers are great, but what can I sell my home for? Well, if you look, the average home sale in 2017, the home in this region sold for about $340,000. And by last year, that had grown to $426,000. That's an average increase of 25%. So um, your house is worth a lot more, I think, than you know. Um, and in the final analysis, uh, I think a lot of people are starting to learn that prices are where they are. And there's going to be a rush to market, I think, particularly this year in 2022. Um, the problem is that we have uh, some building concerns in the market. One being interest rates. Interest rates have been historically low, and they are starting to creep up because really the only tool to fight inflation is to raise interest rates to kind of retard some of the effects that are creating inflation. In the 80s, interest rates rose to almost 20%. So, nothing will kill the pricing you can get for your home faster than higher interest rates and inflation because it's going to bite buyers, taking away more money for everyday items that they can't sell for a down payment. And also it's going to put a cap on what you can sell for your home because the bank will be wanting to take more and more of the pie in interest. So these are concerns that both for buyers and sellers. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, I think 2022 is a year you're going to want to really move early. Um, and like I said, we can have a more in-depth conversation about this, but I don't want to drag on and on. Just a final reminder, my name is Tom Harkins. I'm a local real estate agent. I literally appreciate your time. And if you want to have more information or more in depth conversation about these topics, give me a call. Have a great day.